Hi there, Gemini ladies and gentlemen, and welcome right on back to my channel. If you're new, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions, okay? So what I'd like to do this reading is to engage you in a brief discussion about your path to fortune. Okay, and we're going to focus mostly on your financial and career here and to see what messages spirit would have for you for your highest good from now until the end of September, ladies and gentlemen. Giving you time with which to work with the energies that I am about to convey to you. Okay? Rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a general reading, and as such, it certainly will not and may not resonate with each and every one of you out there. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope that it offers you the valuable insight that you're seeking so you can at least entertain or make your best informed decisions. Okay? With that said, let's go on and just shuffle up this deck here and just to see what type of messages Spirit wants you to know. If this reading resonates for you guys, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might in fact benefit, and please be sure to press that subscription button so that you receive all future readings, okay? So let's start off by just asking Spirit, what is Gemini's fortunes during the time under discussion, the time period? We're going to start off by sharing with you what you really need to know. It's more of an overarching theme. And then I'll just provide you with additional information and try to formulate a coherent story from which Gemini you can follow. Okay, so let's see here. All right, I'm going to select two cards. Okay, we have goals. Okay, Geminis. Let's select another card here. We have, wow, beware, Gemini. Okay. So let's just look at these two cards for 1 second, Gemini, so that I can formulate a story from which you can follow here. We have the beware card. We'll just start with this, okay? And what I'm seeing with this, it seems and we're again focusing exclusively on your career and your financial type situation here, okay? Um, it appears to me that many of you might be a bit gullible when it comes to both your career and finances, okay? Because I feel many of you are often taken advantage of because you don't heed your intuition. Your intuition seems to always guide you to making right decisions, but you tend to second guess yourself a bit too much here, okay? I think many of you too with this beware card, this might be kind of suggesting here that you might get involved or tempted to get involved in some type of a get rich type scheme, or you might even take the advice from someone who knows nothing about what you're trying to do, which certainly is going to end in failure here, okay? So with this card, beware. The Spirit is saying, be careful of whom you trust, particularly during this time frame here. You know, whatever secrets that you don't want to get out, it's best not to share them, because if you do, they're going to get out. Just don't gossip with people, okay? And then with the next card here, we have, wow, you have goals here, Gemini. So this is a fairly good card here and there, because it shows that during this time period, you're going to be committed, very committed into focusing on your goals here, okay? But Spirit says, try not to oversell yourselves, okay? And as the inscription on this card reads, Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved here. So it looks like your goals, things that any projects or something that you're doing, perhaps as an entrepreneur. It looks like it's going to achieve success or it's on its way to success here. Okay? Gemini, keep in mind if this reading is resonating, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit and be sure to press that subscription button, okay? So now let's just revisit your past and see what energies, surrounded you in your past here. And it could be your recent past or it could have been a while ago. So of course apply the energies however they apply to your life, Gemini. Okay, wow. You have such a good card here. You have unicorn. Okay. And kind of looking at this card from more of a past perspective here, I'm kind of getting, it looks like a lot of you really didn't believe in your own personal power, okay? But I'm seeing that many of you did, despite the conflicts or turmoil that you went through, you got a new job or you saw a pay increase, okay? I also feel that many of you were in healing type mode here, and help was available to you. This spirit shows that magic surrounded you during your past here, despite whatever challenges that you experienced. But I do believe that a lot of you really didn't believe in your own personal power here, that I'm kind of getting here with this unicorn. Okay. Now let's fast forward it along and see what's going on in your present, Gemini. Okay. This is as to be expected, I feel. You have transformation here. So, as the card, this is what it is here. I feel that many of you are going through a metamorphosis type transfer process. You're transforming, Geminis, okay? And in doing so, I see many of you getting a new job or promotion, meeting new friends, doing something with real estate, or just even buying and selling something soon. It could be even products from your own business, okay? With this card, Spirit says, reach out for the power and strength to make changes. Enrich your life and become the person, Gemini, that you certainly want to be. So Spirit is kind of telling you it's time that you embrace change here. And Gemini, that comes up into your reading a lot. Some of you are fearing change, and it's time that you embrace change, because this card is similar to the Death card, if you will, in the tarot. Okay? Let's go on and just ask Spirit, what's hidden? Something of which you may not be cognizant at this time here. Wow. You have a very powerful card here. You have love. So this certainly is saying that happiness certainly surrounds you. Not only, even though, giving you messages about love is not the scope of this reading, this did come in your reading. And I feel it's with someone existing. I don't feel it's with someone connected in your past here, Gemini. And with this card, it brings about many fresh opportunities. You're going to see opportunities after opportunities availing themselves to you. And I also see you learning. Sometimes you like to do things on your own, Gemini, but I see you networking a bit more with others here. And all of your connections seem to be very harmonious here. Spirit wants you to, not only embrace change, but embrace a bit more enthusiasm, positive. Be a bit more positive, okay? And let that spread through all areas of your life, Gemini. Wow, okay. Gemini, if this reading is resonating, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button, okay? So let's go on and just give you some practical advice that you can consider utilizing for your highest good, Gemini. Wow, we have mountains here. And no matter how high mountains are, you certainly can overcome them and cross over them. Okay? And this card is more echoing the same sentiments as your first card in Beware had indicated. You really need to beware of those you trust, particularly during this time period. And again, I couldn't have, made this up. I mean, this card is all about staying away from gossip. Because it looks like someone might even want your job here. They're very jealous. So just be careful of what you say, okay? And know, Gemini, that with having this mountain here, you are protected as you face the challenges that might crop up. But still, Spirit wants you to remain cautious, okay? Now let's go on and just give you, Gemini, what something that you can expect to see occurring. And again, this reading is valid until the end of September, Gemini. Okay? So you have the owl. Wow. A very good card here. So I see many of you, you might even decide to take a workshop or you're going to learn a new skill. And this new skill is going to, lead you to success, I'm kind of getting. And I see you adding a new source of income that will certainly increase the bottom line here. And Spirit is saying there are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition that many of you are going through. All right. So, Geminis, with that said, this is your reading. I certainly hope that has offered food for thought. Be sure to like and share, subscribe if you've yet to subscribe, and send over your comments. Should any of you wishes to have a more personalized reading, you can certainly access my website to schedule and or to purchase. Thanks so much for your time. Enjoy your day.